Been working with quite a few people, got some time sober, ready to get back in the job world, and it's just so difficult. There's so many people that need jobs, it's hard to come by, and so I actually wrote down some thoughts as I've been talking with different people. Do a full video series for those that are actually in our program that they get. It's about a 25-minute video that goes through the steps of what to do to basically guarantee you're gonna get hired, but I wanna share some of that here. What it comes down to is information and connections. I'm gonna say that again just because it's fun to enunciate. Information and connections. Here we go. So he wasn't my grandfather. Basically, he was like my dad's grandfather, so kind of like my pseudo-papa, if you will. But anyways, he had 3 jobs during the Great Depression. This guy's work ethic, man, you talk about hustler, grinder, all the stuff we talk about nowadays. He was like the OG of it. But anyways, he shared information to my dad. My dad shared it with me, and it's incredible at how very few people do this, and those that do prove themselves through information and connections. So here's kind of the rundown. So once you find a person that you want to work with, if you're looking at starting a career or a business or whatever it is, basically you find something or someone, that you want to model, that you want to look at and go, I can extract a lot of information, I can give value, but I can see more longer term with this. And then you give them 90 days. This is what freaks people out. But you do this, you'll be set. You give them 90 days. You're not an employee, you're literally going in and volunteering and just helping and just looking and analyzing. Now this is more for career paths. Now just for a job, again, I've got a video that I've done before. I can figure out, I don't know how to get it to you. But anyways, tell you what, shoot an email or a comment or a message or whatever they do on the line these days, and we'll get that to you. But here's the deal, you tell them that you're gonna work for free for 90 days. And at the end, they're either not gonna be able to let you go because you provide so much value, or, and you have a job, or you shake hands and you thank them and you part ways and you've gained all these connections. So for that time that you work there, you hustle like crazy. You become irreplaceable, indispensable. So that is the interesting thing about this. Now, I've actually done this way back in the day. I remember it was at a restaurant that had just opened up. Gosh, this was back in the 90s. I wanted to work there, no experience. They had already hired like 2 months before they opened. I think I came a month after. I said, oh my gosh, this place is fantastic. I gotta work here. Basically, manager laughed me out. He's like, you have no serving experience, and we've already hired everybody months ago. Like, no way, kid, beat it, kick rocks. So here's the interesting thing. I told him this, I said, well, listen, I will work for free. Now at the time, I said, I'm gonna give you 2 weeks for free. If I'm not one of the hardest workers you've ever had here, you lose nothing. You just let me know, not a good fit. Thank you for the 2 weeks, kick rocks still. And I will. But if I am one of the hardest workers here, then you just give me a job. And I don't care if it's busboy, whatever it is, I'll work my way up. He actually looked at me, kind of laughed. He goes, well, tell you what, meet you back here tomorrow at 5. So here's the trick. Think outside, here's the box, right? Think outside of the box, most people say. Here's what I say. There is no box. There is no box. We create the box. What I mean by that is this. So I showed up a half hour early and I picked up trash in the parking lot outside. Went in, washed my hands, talked with them. He ended up saying, listen, you don't have to work for free. I've never had anyone say that to me. You're hired, but here's the deal. And he laid it out ahead of time. So what I did is I showed up 15 minutes early and I did work outside off the clock, punched in. Once I was done, punched out, did some more work for 15 minutes off the clock, and then left. I wanted to show and prove the value. So many people want the job, want the paycheck, but aren't willing to do the work. It's incredible. I'm telling you, this works. So you get information, you get connections, and it literally just costs you time. And in my case, they said, no, listen, we'll pay you. But in a lot of these, if you know what you want to do as a career, I've talked with a few people that jumped in and said, look, I'm going to work here for free. It's not an internship, it's none of this stuff. It's, I'm going to show you my work ethic. I'm going to give you everything for the next 90 days. And I'm going to become one of your greatest employees. If you agree, we shake hands and I work. And if not, we shake hands and you say, thank you. And I say, thank you for the experience. It's crazy. It's, as most say, out of the box thinking. But if you're struggling looking for work, and you go and you use this tactic, now you've got to back it up. You can't show up and be the guy or the girl that's scrolling on the phone during company time. Keep that thing away the entire time, and you will outlast 99% of the other people there.